In the last video, I did the worst of best battle rifles, and it got almost 200 views, which is nice, you know. I said I would be doing the carbines at the end of the previous video, and that's exactly what we're doing today. This is all my opinion, as I always say. Please don't get mad at me. Enjoy the video, please, and like and sub. Really appreciate it. And yeah, let's get into the vid. Oh yeah, and before we start, I'm going to be basing it off of the stock weapon. I'm not going to be counting conversions towards the rankings, because that would just be a little too confusing. Hopefully you understand. Alright, so at number 24, I got the cannon. This is more for fun type of gun. It's not really meant to be good. It's ranked 222, which is one of the highest ranked guns in the game. It has a maximum damage of 75, a minimum damage of 55. The damage starts to drop off at 50 studs, and that ends at 175 studs. You got a 15 times headshot multiplier, a 1.45 torso multiplier. You got a fire rate at 35. It's only a semi-automatic gun. You have 30 rounds to shoot with, 1000 muzzle velocity. There is a little bit of recoil once you shoot, but it's a single shotgun. It is pretty hard to use as well. And I would recommend DCL 120, the cannonball, a skeleton grip marksman kit, and 223 blanks. Alright, so at number 23, we got the 1858 carbine. Not much to say about it. It's a revolver carbine. Definitely the worst. It's at rank 93. It has a 65 maximum damage down to 35 minimum damage. Damage drop-off starts at 80 and ends at 180. It has a 3 times headshot multiplier, a 1.55 torso multiplier, has a 130 fire rate. It's a semi-auto gun, has 6 rounds per magazine, has a 1500 muzzle velocity. The recoil is kind of harsh, to be honest with you, and it's probably one of the hardest guns in the game to actually use. My recommended loadout would be the normal iron sight, long barrel, angled grip, blue laser, and snake shot conversion. Alright, at number 22, we got the Gyrojet carbine. They nerfed this thing to the ground. This thing is pretty much useless now. It's a rank 127 gun. The damage goes up the farther you are, so it starts at 30 and it ends at 50 damage. The damage starts to go up at 25 studs and it stops going up at 150. It has a 3.5 headshot multiplier, a 2 torso multiplier, a 350 fire rate. It's a semi-auto gun. It has a 7 rounds in the mag, has a 50 muzzle velocity, and it goes faster as it goes. I don't know how fast it can go. Probably infinite. There's no recoil at all, and it's extremely hard to use at the moment. My recommended loadout would be coyote sight, skeleton grip, and ballistics tracker. Alright, so at number 21, we got the Jury. It's a rank 114 gun, has a maximum damage of 80 and a minimum damage of 50. Has a damage drop off from 35 studs to 200 studs. Has a 1.8 headshot multiplier, a 1.25 torso multiplier. Has a 300 fire rate. It's a semi-auto gun, 5 bullets per mag, 1500 muzzle velocity. There's a lot of vertical recoil, and it's pretty hard to use. I would recommend a coyote sight, a muzzle brake, a sideways grip, a speed loader, and a .410 bore conversion. Alright, at number 20, we got the MC51. It's a rank 86 gun, and it has a maximum damage of 46, and it has a minimum damage of 25. Damage starts to drop off at 20, and it ends at 121 studs. Has a 1.4 headshot multiplier and a 1.1 torso multiplier. Has a 600 fire rate. It's automatic and semi-automatic. Has a 20 ammo capacity, a 2000 muzzle velocity. Recoil is very, punchy. It's kind of hard to use, to be honest with you. Anyways, I would recommend a reflex sight, a T-brake, a stubby grip, and a yellow laser for your loadout. At number 19, we have the KACSR. It's also a revolver carbine, and not much else to say about it besides suppressed. It's a rank 125 gun. It does a maximum of 59 damage down to 42 damage. The damage drop off is 60 studs to 150 studs. It's a 2.5 headshot multiplier, a 1.25 torso multiplier, a 400 fire rate. It's semi-automatic, has a 6 rounds in the magazine, has a 1500 muzzle velocity. There's a lot of vertical recoil on this. It's pretty hard to use, but it is better than the other revolver carbines. I would recommend a coyote sight, a folding grip, and a tri-laser. Alright, at number 18 is the Groza one. This is not any of the conversions, this is just the base gun itself. This gun is at rank 43, it does a maximum damage of 37, and it goes down to 24 damage. The damage drop off is from 40 studs to 140 studs, has a 1.4 headshot multiplier, a 1 torso multiplier, has a 750 fire rate, it's automatic and semi-auto. It's a 30 round ammo capacity. It's a 2400 velocity. There's a lot of recoil and it's pretty hard to use, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would recommend a DDHB reflex, a muzzle brake, a sideways grip, blue laser, and a 5.56 times 45mm conversion. At 17th place, I got the OTS 126. It's a rank 48 gun, has a maximum damage of 37 and a minimum damage of 20. The damage drops off from 50 studs to 135 studs, a 1.4 headshot multiplier, a 1 torso multiplier, a 600 fire rate. It's automatic and semi-auto, 44 ammo capacity, 2300 muzzle velocity. There's a lot of vertical recoil. It's pretty easy to use though. I would recommend a reflex sight, an ARS suppressor, folding grip, and a blue laser. Alright, at number 16, we have the FAL 5063 Para. The rank A9 gun, and it has a maximum damage of 43, and it goes down all the way to 23. Has a damage drop-off range of 70 to 180 studs. Has a 1.4 headshot multiplier, a 1.1 torso multiplier, 700 fire rate. It's automatic and semi-automatic, 20 round ammo capacity, 2200 muzzle velocity. It has a lot of recoil. It's all over. You need to have a specific taste to enjoy the gun. Anyways, I would recommend a reflex sight, a compensator, a sideways grip, and a yellow laser. Alright, at number 15, I have the HK51B. It's a rank 157 unlock. It does a maximum damage of 41 and a minimum damage of 22. Damage drop-off starts at 20 studs and ends at 90 studs. It has a 1.2 headshot multiplier, a 1 torso multiplier, 950 fire rate, has all 3 fire rates, aka auto, burst, and semi. Has 100 ammo capacity, 2200 muzzle velocity. The recoil is absolutely awful, let's be real here, and it's kind of hard to use. I would recommend an AMT Terminator, an X-ring, a sideways grip, and yellow laser. Alright, number 14, I have the G36K. It's a rank 6 gun, which is really early in your PF career. Does 33 to 20 damage from 60 studs to 130 studs. It has a 1.4 headshot multiplier and a 1 torso multiplier. Does a respectable 750 rounds per minute. Has all 3 fire modes. 30 rounds in the magazine. 2500 muzzle velocity. The recoil is kind of punchy and there's also a lot of vertical. It's pretty easy to use though. I would recommend a Kosaku sight, a T-brake, a folding grip, and a blue laser. At number 13, I have the AK-105. It's a rank 105, obviously. That does 34 max damage and 20 min damage. Damage drop-off is from 50 studs to 130 studs. Has a 1.6 headshot multiplier, a 1 torso multiplier, a 600 fire rate, does automatic and semi-automatic, a 30 round ammo capacity, 2800 muzzle velocity. The recoil is like non-existent, and it's very easy to use. I would recommend for a loadout the DCL-120, the bars barrel, a yellow laser, and a yellow laser. So 2 yellow lasers, an underbarrel, and other. Number 12, I got the K1A. It's a rank 63 gun, and it does 30 max damage and 16 minimum damage, which is horrible. 70 to 130 studs for damage drop-off, 1.4 headshot multiplier, 1.1 torso multiplier, 900 fire rate, does all 3 fire modes, 30 round ammo capacity, 1700 muzzle velocity. There's like no recoil at all on this thing, and it's really easy to use. I would recommend a reflex sight, an ARS suppressor, a folding grip, and a blue laser. Alright, for number 11, I chose the C8A2. The rank 128 gun. It does 32 to 18 damage. Has a damage drop-off range of 25 to 150 studs. Has a 1.5 headshot multiplier, and it has a 1 torso multiplier. Has a 700 fire rate, and it is automatic and semi-auto. Has 30 round ammo capacity, 2400 muzzle velocity. There's a little bit of recoil stock, and it's pretty easy to use. I would recommend a reflex sight, an ARS suppressor, a sideways grip, and a blue laser. Alright, so for number 10, I chose the AK-12C. It's a rank 51 gun, and it does 36 damage up close, and it does 21 damage at range. It starts to drop off at 55, and it ends at 100. Has a 1.4 headshot multiplier and a 1 torso multiplier. Has 700 fire rate and auto mode, and 1000 burst. Does automatic burst and semi. Has a 30 round ammo capacity. The muzzle velocity is 2150. There's a lot of vertical recoil, and it's pretty easy to use. I would recommend a reflex sight, a T-brake, a folding grip, and a blue laser. At number 9, I have the X95R. This gun is a rank 130 unlock. It does 27 damage at 20 at range, 65 to 120 damage drop off, 1.5 headshot multiplier and 1.1 torso multiplier. Has a 950 fire rate. It's automatic and semi-automatic. Has a 30 round ammo capacity. Has 2200 muzzle velocity. There's a lot of horizontal recoil on this. It's somewhat easy to use. I'd recommend a reflex sight, a T-brake, a sideways grip, and a blue laser. Alright, so for number 8, I got the Scar PEW. It's a rank 32 gun, has a max damage of 36 and a minimum damage of 20. The damage drop-off range is from 60 studs to 105 studs. Has a 1.4 headshot multiplier, while it has a 1 torso multiplier. A fire rate of 650, it's automatic and semi-auto. Has a 30 ammo capacity, has 2200 muzzle velocity, and the recoil is pretty much non-existent, and it's very easy to use. I would recommend a coyote sight, a T-brake, a folding grip, and a blue laser. For number 7, I have the AKU-12. It's a rank 35 gun. It does 35 maximum damage to 19 minimum damage. Has a 40 and 95 damage drop-off range. Has a 1.4 headshot multiplier. Has a 1-time torso multiplier. Has an 800 fire rate. It can go in automatic burst and semi. Has a 30 round ammo capacity. Has a 2550 muzzle velocity. The recoil is slightly vertical. It's extremely easy to use. I would recommend a reflex sight, an ARS suppressor, a folding grip, and a blue laser. Alright, so for number 6, I chose the SR3M. It's a rank 69 gun. Haha, nice. It does 35 to 19 damage at 40 to 90 studs. It has a 1.4 headshot multiplier, has a 1 torso multiplier, has a 900 fire rate. It's automatic and semi-auto. Has a 20 round ammo capacity, has a 2000 muzzle velocity. The recoil is kind of punchy. It's very easy to use. I would recommend a reflex sight, a Vicker suppressor, a sideways grip, a blue laser, and an extended mag. Alright, so for number 5, I chose the Groza 4. This is a rank 79 unlock. The damage drop off is from 70 studs to 120 studs. It does a 1.4 headshot multiplier. It has a 1 torso multiplier. 700 fire rate. It's integrally suppressed. It's automatic and semi. 20 rounds per magazine. 1200 muzzle velocity. There's a little horizontal recoil and it's very easy to use. I'd recommend a reflex sight, a stubby grip, and a blue laser. So for number 4, I chose the M4. This is a rank 14 gun, and it does 35 damage up close, and it goes all the way down to 20. Damage starts to drop off at 50, and it ends at 100. Has a 1.5 headshot multiplier, has a 1 torso multiplier, has a 950 fire rate. It's a burst weapon, and it's a semi-weapon. It has 30 rounds in the magazine, has 2200 muzzle velocity. It has a little bit of vertical recoil, and it's somewhat easy to use. It was harder before, but now it's kind of easier. My recommended loadout would be reflex sight, muzzle brake, stubby grip, and blue laser. The number 3 I chose the Honey Badger. It's a pretty iconic gun. It's rank 62. It does a 33 max damage and a 22 min damage. Damage drop off is from 65 studs, 105 studs. Has a 1.4 headshot multiplier and it has a 1 times torso multiplier. Has 800 fire rate. It's automatic and semi-auto. Has a 30 round ammo capacity. Has 2000 muzzle velocity. Has a little bit of vertical recoil. It's pretty easy to use. I would use a Kosaku sight, an ARS suppressor, a folding grip, and a blue laser. Number 2 is the M4A1. This is a rank 0 weapon, so everyone has it. It has a max damage of 34. It has a minimum damage of 19. Damage drop off is from 35 studs to 120 studs. Has a 1.4 headshot multiplier and a 1 times torso multiplier. Has a 780 fire rate. It's automatic and semi. Round ammo capacity, 2200 muzzle velocity. Recoil is non-existent. It's extremely easy to use. I would recommend a Coyote sight, an ARS suppressor, a stubby grip, and a blue laser. Alrighty, and for number 1, the one you all been waiting for, L22. I know, controversial opinion, but this thing is absolutely amazing. Let me tell you why. It's a rank 28 gun, right? 30 max damage, which ain't bad. A 24 min damage, 40 to 90 damage drop off ranges, 1.4 headshot multiplier, a 1 torso multiplier, a 775 fire rate. It's automatic and semi, right? 30 rounds per mag, 2k muzzle velocity. There's literally no recoil at all. It's absolutely busted right now. It's extremely easy to use as well. Now I'd recommend a reflex sight, a T-brake, a sideways grip, and a blue laser. Alright, that's the end of the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. You can also tell me your list, top 5 maybe if you want to. And I will be doing shotguns next, and that will be pretty fun to do. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe and comment and share and do whatever you want, you know. And yeah, see you in the shotgun video.